Hey, welcome to Mike and Mike's Music Machine. I'm Mike,
And I'm Mike.
and this is a show dedicated to music and everything music. And we talk about, just want to bring music to the masses, man. Just, for our love for music, basically. I don't know.
Music appreciation segment.
Music appreciation. That's a great way to put it. I don't want to be too corny or cheesy about it, but I love music. I think Mike loves music, right, Mike?
I do. No matter
And
what you're doing in life, you can always make music.
yeah, man. We're musicians ourselves. I am a guitar player slash bass player slash I'm trying to learn how to play drums. I'm pretty bad at it.
I dabble in just about everything.
You dabble in everything. Do you make, what do you do? Do you use spoons? Do you do the spoons?
I actually am pretty decent with spoons.
Oh, snap. That's pretty rad, dude. I wish I was pretty good with spoons, but I am not. I'm only good with using spoons to eat.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Surprisingly decent with spoons and washboards.
Ooh, I'm also great with forks to eat things. Huh?
I said you missed a lot there. We covered a lot while you were gone.
What'd you cover?
Nothing. I burped.
Hell yeah. All right. Anyways, back to where I was. This is just a show about music. And each show, we're going to do, I don't know, weekly, whatever. But every episode, we're going to do a genre or a different segment of music that we enjoy or that you enjoy once we start getting an audience. You know what I mean?
A little taste of different instruments each episode, maybe.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're going to have different segments, different things of that nature. This is just the very first episode, rough. You know how these things go. Let's get straight into it. We're going to get into everybody's favorite genre today, especially mine. I love it. It's nu metal. Nu metal. You like nu metal, Mike?
I do. It's, I don't know. I feel like it kind of started when I was in high school in the 90s and has progressed over the last 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it was like, dude, really big. Like, you know what? Let me get some information off Wikipedia, bro.
I would think, my guess would be early 2000s is when it started gaining a lot of steam.
Let me bring up Wikipedia here. All right. I want to give people the nitty gritty of when nu metal, all right, started. Let's see. Wikipedia says in the late 1980s and early 1990s, bands like Pantera, Helmet, and Faith No More were influential development of nu metal with their groove metal, alternative metal styles. Yeah, groove metal,
growing some steam and continued.
Groove metal helped bring up nu metal.
We had just gotten out of hair metal.
Yeah, well,
an alternative.
That's true. Man, I love Pantera. But that's going to be on a different show. I mean, or a different episode.
And Drowning Pool. I'm Dallas here, so those are obviously huge bands. And,
yeah.
Anybody from here, everybody seems to claim that they know the guys.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, if you're Texan, oh man, we're going into a Pantera mode here. But I love Pantera. I wish we could play Pantera in the background, but we can't, right? Because we get copyright if we try to put it up. So maybe we'll.
They own I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to own the clubhouse, Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
In Dallas. And so every time somebody would go there, when we were younger, oh my God, they were upstairs. I saw so-and-so upstairs.
Oh my God, I saw Vinnie Paul, dude. I saw Vinnie up there. He was up there. I saw Bobzilla.
And like 99% of the time, they were just shooting shit. They don't probably see him.
I don't know, man. Vinnie Paul, he spent a lot of time there from what I hear. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm sure they were there a lot, but I think less people have physically talked to the guy than claim to have.
That's true. That's true. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Vinnie Paul, Dimebag Daryl. Let's get into the. Okay, so this says, I'm just going to read it. And I'm going to credit Wikipedia for this. Okay. So it says Korn is often credited as pioneering the genre in the mid 1990s. And it became popular in the late 90s with bands and artists like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, and all releasing albums that sold millions of copies. It continued through the early 2000s with bands such as Papa Roach, Stain, POD, and other ones. You know what I mean? It says the popularity of nu metal came to a peak with Linkin Park when they released Hybrid Theory. What do you think about what I mean? Your overall take of nu metal, like, because you and I were both like what how many years apart are we?
Like 3 or 4, something like that. I think 3.
Yeah. So when nu metal was like starting, I was still, I don't know, in junior high. I guess you'd say junior high, when it was like really kicking off. You know, when Korn's Blind came out. I remember like taking a whiteout pen and like writing Korn on my JanSport backpack. You know what I mean? Especially with the backwards R, because it was like, oh man, it's so edgy. That's so edgy, bro. But I love it.
Well, and then it was CDs. Which it's hard to even find a CD now unless you go to some sort of a specialty shop. Everything's digital and online.
Yeah.
So that's like, one of my older bikes had a tape deck, and I couldn't find tape decks for the life of me. So I was like, you know what? I'll switch it to a CD player. No, they don't even sell CDs anymore. But that was the thing, especially all of the Korn albums, like Chutes and Ladders when that came out. Any of those huge ones. At least if you had that album, it was, it got played over and over and over.
Yeah.
That was the day, when we still had aftermarket stereos. You'd go throw in your vehicle, and we all had subs and 1800 watt amps and, stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I did go through like a Korn phase where I listened to nothing but Korn, right? Like, man, when, and they'll probably be like, oh, you poser, but like, what kicked it off for me, dude, is when I was just really getting into music as a teenager, and Follow the Leader, their album Follow the Leader came out, man, and then that was one of my first CDs that I had gotten from my parents. That and Master Puppets. That'll be another day, that'll be, save that for another episode. My
first CD I ever got was Paranoia.
Yeah. Yeah, so they got me Follow the Leader.
Oh no, Pyromania. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Def Leppard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember on Follow the Leader where you turned it on and nothing came on?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then it was like number 11 or like number 12 when it was like, oh shit. This is rad. Come on.
And I'd always get so stoked about the albums that would come out and have a secret song. Like, say you got to track 12 and it was the last track on the CD, and you just let it play and play and play, and like 11 minutes down the road of silence, a song would pop off.
That was the best thing about CDs back then. Dude, okay, so like they talked about,
you still had the album art too, which that was a huge thing.
That was a huge thing, and the artists put a lot into that stuff. You know what I mean?
Like not nu metal, but taking it back, like Guns N' Roses, Lies, Lies, Lies. There was that chick that was like naked and they were covering her up and it had like the black thing over her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I always loved album art.
So what was your take on artists like Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, kind of the later artists?
I absolutely loved. Durst kind of took the world by storm for people, my age and probably your age too. I remember going to Warped Tours and stuff in like '99, and because I was an athlete in high school, but I also skated and stuff. And so, like, the Warped Tour was just the coolest thing. I rode dirt bikes and skateboards and stuff. And so, being able to go to the Warped Tour, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Because,
Yeah.
MTV was popping off with different stuff. And I guess Jackass wasn't a thing yet. But the
No.
CKY videos were starting to come out.
Yeah.
Early
But
2000s.
CKY, they didn't really play any Limp Bizkit. They mainly played just like CKY,
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
the
just saying
band CKY.
that time frame.
Yeah.
And the band CKY, they really only got popular because Bam absolutely loved them. Other than that, they would have never made it, I don't think.
Well, his brother was a drummer.
Just my opinion. Well,
Yeah.
first he saw the band, or he
Well,
heard them, and then I think later on his brother became part of it.
yeah. I
They
don't
were
know.
they were from
We could.
Finland or someplace.
I don't know. We can get into that later as a later episode. But right now we're talking. Let's go back to new metal, Mikey. We keep going on these offshoots, bro. Like, let's go back to new metal.
Music's a huge thing.
It is a huge thing. They just really can't stay on one different thing.
But Limp Bizkit, yeah, man. I don't remember the name of that album, but it's the one where it's cartoon and he's kind of coming at you, and with the microphone. And
is that the one with Nookie
Yeah.
on it? Significant Other, dude.
Had
Significant Other came out. That shit was fucking crazy.
Had 210s and 212s and some 6x9s and some tweeters and full blast that album all the time.
Get up. Yeah, dude, fucking crazy. I thought, you know what? There were so many good bands and so much good music out then. I start getting into the
recently with the gray hair.
Huh?
Have you seen him recently with the gray hair?
Yeah, and like their newer album with the dad rock and everything like that. I dig it, dude. I love that new metal is making a comeback. It's never going away. Yeah, dude. I thought that it was great, man. But I started getting into the harder stuff of new metal. Well, because it had its different facets, right? It had like it had your mainstream like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, but then it had underground stuff, or like not underground, but stuff that wasn't like that people weren't talking about that much, like Static X and fucking like Spine Shank and I want to say Fear Factory. Was Fear Factory one? They're probably like an industrial, but they were around in that area. Also Deftones. You got to mention Deftones.
Would Black Label Society fit in there?
No. No.
Because of the time frame is why I was thinking.
Because maybe they are.
Like Ozfest, I think it was 99. Or Ozfest 2000. One of those. I went to a lot of them back then. I remember Black Label got on the stage, and because Zach Wild, good friends with, he's part of Ozzy's band, and so they were one of the first bands on, and this was one of their first tours, and Ozfest is huge.
Oh yeah.
So they played like 2 songs, and nobody in the crowd was cheering, and Ozzy got up on stage and was like, "These are my fucking friends. And if you don't give them fucking support, I'm getting on the goddamn plane and leaving."
Damn,
so let's hear it for him. And boy, the crowd went wild.
Yeah, I loved their album. Well, I think it was called like 1919 Eternal. It was really fucking good, man. Yeah. So
yeah, that's why I said just the time frame is why I kind of wondered if they would fit in that category or not.
Yeah, I think they would. What do you think about Deftones?
Oh, I absolutely love Deftones.
Deftones is so good. Deftones is a really good. For me, I think they're one of my influences, especially with music, sort of thing. Because I am a guitar player.
A weird thing about Deftones for me was, I was skating and stuff, and that was a really huge band with a lot of people. But I never checked them out until this chick that I dated had the White Pony sticker on the back of her truck.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "What is that?" And I started listening to them, and then I just fell in love with them.
Dude, White Pony was the one that brought him around, because I mean, like, you had Around the Fur. I think Around the Fur was one of their first albums that had like Engine Number 9 and things like the Engine Number 9 is so fucking sick. But White Pony was the one that really brought them around when they had Change. You know the song Change.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they had the Back to School. Back to school. We are the leaders. You know, like but you know what's crazy is them making a comeback nowadays with like the TikTok chicks. You know,
Yeah.
like the I don't know, I haven't seen any, but you see them on YouTube all the time of like them like putting the black. Oh, I'm so emo, and I listen to fucking Deftones because Deftones sounds emo. Deftones, they're great.
Another one we have not mentioned that I just thought of, who has really kind of stood the test of time because they started early in the '80s. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They're not new metal at all.
No?
Not even
No?
close.
What would,
No,
what would that be? Because that was the same time frame.
they're like an alternative. No way. They started way before that. I wouldn't even lump them in. Get them out of here. Nope. Get them the fuck out. Nope. Mikey.
Have
Mike.
you ever listened to their old stuff?
Okay, Mike. This is where I'm going to draw the line. And now I
Okay.
know you like this softer shit. Get out of here. We're listening to new metal. We're talking about new metal. Get out of here. Yeah, no, you had like really remember
System
my
of a
bad.
Down.
I'm sorry for being so mean to you. System of a Down. You had Evanescence. You
Alright,
had like
Evanescence.
they were like on the end of it though. Like the
Everybody-
corporate.
They're so good. I fucking hated that weak shit.
They were like the corporate sort of end of it though, right? Where you had remember Edema?
Yeah. They were great.
The way you like it. I'm not gonna lie. Episodes going on from here on out. If I think about a band, I'm gonna sing one of their songs. If you don't like my singing, you can fucking mute me. But I'm gonna fucking do it. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, that's something that I have to edit out. Fuck. Yeah. That's something that I have to edit out. That way they play our stuff on the Facebooks and the YouTubes. So talking about all these bands and like, let's talk about what new metal was though. New metal was like a different outlook on what was really going on, right? Because you had your thrash metal, or no, let's start this way. You had your hair metal that went into thrash metal that went into grunge. What are you doing there, Mikey? Why are you looking at your phone?
I'm just I looked up a list of this.
Oh, okay.
I can't
That
believe
went into
would be lumped in there.
Incubus.
I didn't think Brandon Boyd seems to. I mean, I love Incubus, but that's kind of lighter. That's really.
Yeah, but look at Deftones. I mean, Deftones is heavy, but I would say Incubus was around the time, so they would be on the lighter side of it, right? Oh yes.
He seemed kind of poppy, but I mean.
Oh yes. Let's see. So yeah, so it was going from. Hold on, don't stop naming bands right now. You need to stop naming bands. I'm just kidding. Name as many bands as you want.
No.
Don't, Mikey. Stop cussing. I'm just fucking kidding. Listen, okay. So it was just a takeaway from, because we had the grunge, and then it was like alternative, like soft poppy shit for a long time. I think a good one that people don't talk about, and this might be a different genre, is like Corrosion and Conformity.
I don't know them.
Have you heard them? Oh my god, talking Albatross. Well, look up Corrosion and Conformity, dude, when you get a chance, or like listen to a song. Do you have Spotify, or what do you have on for a streamer?
I don't know. I usually just listen to Pandora.
Yeah, Pandora, dude. Look up Corrosion of Conformity, like the song Albatross. I think they were kind of a start. Dude, do you think Godsmack was fucking new metal?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Stay away from me, never misunderstand me, dude.
And there's a band.
Dude,
I've seen him in concert several times, and I cannot remember the name. It's a bald guy, and he every time he goes and puts his foot on the speaker at the front of the stage, and that's all he does the whole time. Who is that?
oh wow!
Yes,
Disturbed.
Disturbed. That dude
Disturbed was a huge one.
His stage presence is ridiculous.
He's crazy, dude. Get up and get down with the sickness. And get up and get down with the sickness.
Like the whole time he's doing a set, the only thing that moves are his arm moving the mic, and then once in a while
he's so good though. Hey, listen, maybe he's got back problems. So we talked about what nu metal is to us, right? We haven't. Everybody knows what nu metal is. Just talk about nu metal for a little bit, right? We talked about some of our favorite bands. So let's go into top 5. Okay, our top 5.
Okay.
Since we're on nu metal, name your top 5.
I wrote it down because
I wrote it down here too. I actually emailed it to myself.
Okay, mine would be Korn.
System
of a Down, El Nino, Drowning Pool, and 10 Years.
Ooh, okay, those are really good ones. I actually dig that shit. So my top 5 is Korn, of course, like the granddaddies of fucking nu metal. You know what I mean, grandpapa, or the daddies of nu metal. Sorry. Deftones was number 2. Head PE. Have you ever heard of Head PE?
I forgot about them.
Yeah, I fucking love Head PE. Our band opened for Head PE. Spine Shank. It's a really good one. Used to listen to Spine Shank a lot. Static X. You know,
I like Static X. They are very talented, but I just never really got into them.
Dude, they were so good. They were, they called themselves Evil Disco. You know that? And then they had the song Push It. Yeah, you push it. Anyways, and then some honorable mentions. A couple honorable mentions. 2 of them is Snot and Cold Chamber. Remember Cold Chamber? Me loco. Me loco.
My honorable mention would be Non-Point.
Ooh, they're a really good one.
Solely because of their version of, oh man, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like, you were standing at the rock, gather in the flock. It's an Audio Sleeve song.
Man, that was really good. That was a good. If a nu metal band needed you as a singer, they would pick your ass up right now
for a price.
Damn, dude. So tell me why did you list yours at the top 5? Why was that your top 5? Tell me about it.
Well, let's see here. Let me go back to what my top 5 was because I don't want to lie. System of a Down. I just absolutely love System of a Down.
Yeah.
I think Serge is just probably one of the most talented singers of that time frame. El Nino, they had a lot of stuff that seemed kind of underground to me, and every time I would hear something new from them, I'd be like, oh, this kicks ass. And then I'd show it to people, and they'd be like, who is this? I've never heard of them. So that's why I really like them. Korn, we kind of already covered that. Drowning Pool, again, I'm a Dallas kid. So Drowning Pool, whenever they came out, it was just, oh, my God. It's like, they were same age, maybe a couple years older than me. But they were it. Absolutely loved them. And then 10 Years, I just thought they have a good
10 years
solid.
Really good.
Almost everything I've ever heard from them is solid, hard.
Yeah.
Let's get it. You could listen to that in the gym all day.
Yeah. You know what? It's sort of the same for those are actually some really good picks. I dig it because you kind of went outside of the box of where I went, right? Because I kind of went with heavy, right? But that's what nu metal was to me. Like, it was heavy, like Korn, heavy motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Are you? Fucking Deftones. They had the the with the heavy, right? Just fucking kicked your ass. Head PE was real underground. Just they had the attitude, right? Because not only do I love punk rock, but fuck, they're so
Well,
good, especially with like Renegade. Renegade is like one of my shit that I just fucking listen to fuck shit up, right?
well, being an early '80s baby, I'm right in that where a lot of my earlier influences were all like '70s, of course '80s, because that's all the music we had because it was brand new back then.
Right.
And so as it transitioned, um, like I don't know, I think a lot. I think Gorn. I think of them as hardcore as but I also uh, it's I don't know exactly what the genre says. It's new metal to me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of I think that's how it steered my picks there in the direction
Yeah.
I went.
Spine Shank to another one. Spine Shank is just again heavy. I just loved how I don't know. A lot of these bands I liked from the new metal era where they weren't so talked about, right?
Yeah,
Because you know how being a kid, you want to find that music that like people know about, but nobody else knows like a lot about. You know what I mean? It's not so
that's
like mainstream. You know you know what I'm
yeah.
trying to say.
And of course not on the show because it's our first episode, but in the past I've talked to you, like I was saying, Sonic Youth. I loved them. I mean, that's a total
Mhm.
different genre, but that was one of the big pulls towards them is because most people you meet on the street, they're not going to have any clue who that is,
Yeah,
and so for me to be into them, uh, or even some of the big like again a different genre when we were talking about punk bands and stuff. Most of the guys I like, if you were into punk, absolutely you knew who it was, but you just randomly ask some guy on the street who Bad Religion is, and they're going to be like, "Who? What? That's a band? Huh?"
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. With it's Head PE's the same way. You go, man. My band just opened for Head PE. They're like, who? You're like,
But
get the fuck out of here.
and I want to say that I got introduced to Head PE from the years that I was going downtown to Deep Ellum because we had trees and uh, Curtain Club and places like that, and they would every week it would be a different headliner,
Yeah,
or every week there's 7 different bands that are playing down there. So, and a lot of people got their start there.
yeah. Texas is fucking huge, dude. Texas is fucking huge for music. All right.
And it used to be it's not quite that way anymore, but um 98, 99, 2000, all the way to 2002, 2003. Deep Ellum was a different animal, man. It was everybody was going through there, and Trees is one of the older clubs in America. That's a solid rock show every time, and so it kind of lost what it was. But at that period in life, Deep Ellum was kicking ass for music's sake.
Yeah. I think new metal helped, like maybe not helped, but that's where you brought those huge shows, dude. Where those huge festivals got started, like Ozfest.
Uh,
Now you got things like Knotfest. Um, Warp Tour
Edge,
was kind of its own thing with like punk rock, but it also did have some other um things on it, like Avenged Sevenfold and things like that. But those aren't really new metal. But I think new metal did with those larger festivals help open the gates for those. You know what I mean? And for
yeah.
bands later on.
Well, yeah, because
Right.
as a kid, when you go to a concert, it was like one show or one band with an opener, maybe two, and
Right.
then once you started getting those festivals, I think I've only been to since in the last I'm going to say in the last 25 years, the only concert that I've been to that was just those people was Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything else has been a show like that where it's 7, 12, 25, 42 bands might take place over days on multiple stages, and
Yeah.
I like that because it really is like a music festival. Like it's
Man,
cool.
I went to this fucking show, a Linkin Park show in 2004 in Vegas. Dude, it was huge, bro. It was like when it was, when New metal was kind of reaching its pinnacle or its peak before it started dying out. It was Linkin Park, POD, Story of the Year, and Hoobastank. Story of the Year and Hoobastank, they're not new metal, but they're,
I loved POD.
they were
when
about the
first came
same
out.
time. Huh?
I loved POD when they first came out.
POD
They
is
were-
so rad.
They were
Satellite. Dude.
yeah, that album came out my freshman year of college, and I would just skate around campus, going back and forth to classes and stuff, just jamming that with
Yeah.
one headphone in.
Yeah. It was so good. All right. We got to take a little break. We'll be right
Right.
back. Man, what a heck of a break. Welcome back to Mike and Mike's Music Machine, where we talk about everything music because we love the music. The next segment we're going to go into is one that we thought of. I think it'd be entertaining for one of us, for all of us. It's called Mike's Music Minute. We're going to do this every one or two of these every episode. It's called Mike's Music Minute. It's where one of us goes and takes the genre we're talking about and tries to learn it on an instrument. I don't know which Mike it's going to be, but let's go check it out. Man.
All right.
Man, that was Mike's Music Minute. Dude, that guy is crazy on the guitar. I think he's one of the best musicians ever.
Sign him now.
Ever. You know what? I probably would have picked a different song. I probably would have picked like something along maybe a Deftones song because I am a Deftones, or a Limp Bizkit song, something like that. But that one was great. All right, we're gonna move into the next thing. We're gonna move into is trivia. A little bit of new metal trivia. This episode is where I ask Mike some new metal trivia. Better put your phone away.
I did not cheat.
You better put your phone away so you do not cheat. He does not have the questions. He doesn't have anything like that. Listen, I have some game show sounds. Tell me if you could hear this. Do you hear that?
Yes.
That was like a right answer, right? Or this would be a wrong answer. Hold on. Did you hear that?
I did.
Okay, and so I will turn on a 10-second timer after asking you the questions. That'll sound like this, Mikey.
Okay.
And you'll have to give me your answer by the end of that. Okay.
All right.
And after that, I'll ask you for your answer. Okay?
It's too bad I don't have one of those buttons to smash.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think I have 10 questions for you. Okay? New metal trivia. First question. All right, let me get my timer ready here. First question. Alien Ant Farm covered what Michael Jackson song in 2001?
I can hear it.
I don't know if you know it.
I can hear it in my head and I can see the tab in front of me, but I can't tell you the name of it.
You don't know it? You don't know it? Are you sure?
Oh my gosh!
Are you sure? Can you take a guess? Take a guess.
I have no. I'm drawing a complete blank.
Take a guess of a Michael Jackson song. Just shoot one out.
Thriller. That's not it.
The correct answer was Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal. That's it.
Smooth Criminal. Yes. Wow. Mikey, the crowd does not like you today. Let's try to do a little better, okay? Okay. All right.
Couldn't hear that one. All right.
You couldn't hear it?
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear that one. There we go. The boo.
The booing. All right. All right. Next question, number 2. And a lot of people probably want to get this one either. What producer is known as the godfather of nu metal? He's worked with artists such as Korn, Deftones, Slipknot, and Limp Bizkit. Hold on.
Absolutely no idea. To just throw an answer out there, I'll say Dre. I have no idea.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
What's your final answer?
No idea.
Dang. The correct answer was Ross Robinson.
Yeah, I've never heard that name.
Ross Robinson, producer, heavy metal producer. All right. Let's go on to question number 3. You're not doing very good right now, Mikey. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I may not be leaving with a brand new car.
You won't be leaving with a brand new car, but you will be leaving if you do lose with 25 push-ups that you'll have to video and that we'll put at the end of this video.
All right.
Okay? Are you okay with that?
I'm totally cool with that.
Totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that too. All right. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is, are you ready, Michael?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Michael?
I'm ready.
What nu metal band wrote the song Last Resort?
Papa Roach.
Papa Roach is the correct answer. Wow, look at you. You got it. You got a right answer, folks. I love it. Great job. Great job. You're 1 for 3 at this moment. 1 for 3, Mike. All right, let's go on to number 4. What was the name?
Sun's going to shine on the dog's ass every once in a while, you know?
Hell yeah. Remember to answer after the timer stops. Okay?
Okay.
What was the name of Limp Bizkit's guitar player that left in 2001 but returned, but is the main guitar player that was on the popular albums? And go. Do you have an answer, Mike?
Absolutely not.
Wes Borland. Wes Borland was the answer. Wes Borland. That guy can play. That guy's pretty cool.
Can I change my answer?
Can you change your answer?
Yeah.
No. Man, I love these soundboards. I love these soundboards. Okay. 5th one. We're halfway through. Should we just keep it to 5? Because this is going on pretty long. What do you think?
5 sounds good.
Just 5. Okay, we'll just go with 5. What band had the hit song Alive in 2001? Can you think of it? You got it, Mike?
I cannot think of it.
The answer is POD.
Oh, there we go.
The answer is POD. Wow, Mike. 1 for 5.
I didn't fare so well, but you know what?
1 for 5. Listen, you played. You did your best.
Hey, 20% of the time, he's right 100% of the time.
You did your best. You did your best. It was okay. It was all right. All right. And this was trivia, new metal trivia on Mike and Mike Music Machine.
Nice.
Right? Pretty good. What do you think about the trivia?
I liked it. It was fun.
Did you dig it?
It was fun, and it made me feel like I need to brush up on stuff.
It's always a good time to add a little trivia in because people then go, "Oh man, I never knew that," or like, "No, I know that," right? One thing that I do want to talk about on here is unsigned bands, and this week I want to highlight one unsigned band artist. Is my band, Marrysleepwithkill. We're pretty fucking awesome. Let me find the applause here. I know we have applause. Let me find it. Let me say it again. Mary Sleep with Kill. Yes, folks. Yes. Yes, we are. We're influenced by new metal. We've been a band for 10 years. How many years? I've been a band for. Are you clapping?
Yeah, that was the applause sound.
I like it. You should download a soundboard. But no, we've been a band. We're heavily influenced by new metal. It's Mary Sleep with Kill, all one word, Marrysleepwithkill, all one word, Mary Sleep with Kill. Kind of like that game, Mary Fuck Kill, but Mary Sleep with Kill. Anyways, we've been a band since 2011, 2012.
That's a pretty good haul already.
Yeah, we've had there's 3 original members that are still in, myself, the singer and drummer, and we've had a revolving door of bass players, and we got a second guitar player who's been in it for a long time. That's whose music we're actually going to play on the episode this time. I will put a link in a bio, or I'll put a link to all their social medias, and yeah, so check them out. Check us out. We're pretty fucking awesome. We've played the Whiskey A Go Go out in LA. We've opened up for Head PE. We've opened for played with Breaking in a Sequence, who had the Korn's original drummer, David Severia, in it. He's a very nice person. And actually, that whole band is fucking awesome. It's not just him; it's the whole band. The whole band was great.
You got some new stuff coming out, don't you?
We actually do have some new stuff coming out. Currently, we are in the recording process of trying to get everything done. I'm engineering it, doing the recording engineering. I will be doing the mixing and mastering as well, trying to show off my audio repertoire, if you will. I can't toot my own horn that much, right? I can't talk about my own band that much because people would be like, man, that guy's egotistical. But I think we're okay. I think we're all right. I think we're kick ass. I think we get out, fuck shit up when we do play on stage. We've played in Phoenix. We played in California. We've played in fucking Vegas. We played all over the place. We're from Arizona. If you want us to come play with you or anywhere you're at, you fucking let us know and we'll come out there. We'll fuck shit up.
Yeah, if you guys sucked, I would tell you, but I think you guys are pretty awesome from what I've heard.
Thanks, man. We've put a lot into it. We sat in a garage or a bedroom and fucking got shit tight before we even thought about going out and playing.
Yeah, that's and it's cool. To me, this is kind of off topic, but how you mix and master everything, and you put all the parts together and things like that, because what was that, about a year ago you were telling me how different amps work with stuff and computer programs and things like that. Now to put stuff together makes it so much I guess easier than what it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, Wow, so that's really cool to see that aspect of it.
Hell yeah, man. Music, there's so many different facets of music. It's not just, you know, the band, right? Because there's so many things that also go into, and I'm kind of veering off topic here, but there's so many things that go into it's not just the band, right? Because then it goes into the band playing the music. And then it goes into if you're going to go play live, you got sound people that are trying to do the fucking stage. Then you've got, if you're going to go record, you've got people working in the recording industry, learning how to day in and day out, learning their craft of like recording on these programs and then trying to get a good ear of like producing. The producers are the crazy ones there. If you have a really good producer, it could fucking change your song to where you blow up. If you have a really shitty producer, it could change your song to where you don't blow up. But that doesn't mean you need a producer. You don't fucking need a producer. Like the shit that we do, like in Mary Sleep with Kill, we do it our way, right? So we do everything our way. We play our way. We fucking go play live shows our way. We pick our shows our way, right? We aren't that band that likes to stick and stay local. We don't like to play local. We like our local fans and we like people hearing our music, but we don't want to be that band that just stays in the we don't want to be the local heroes. You know what I mean? We want to go outside of our horizons, of our home horizons, and go fuck shit up. And that's how we've gotten the opportunity to go play at the Whiskey A Go Go, where fucking huge bands have all of the huge bands have ever played. The Doors got signed there. Megadeth has played there. Metallica, Slayer, you name it. The big bands, they've all played there. The big artists, it doesn't even have to be metal. It could be everybody. They've played at the Whiskey Go Go, and I've been able to play at the Whiskey Go Go because we do music our fucking way in Mary Sleep with Kill, and we make music for us, and we make music for you guys, and yeah, we just like to do shit our way.
And I love clubs like that too. That, like you said, it's had all kinds of different genres of music in there. That's what like when you think of like House of Blues, you know, it's not just blues that play there. It's everybody that gets the opportunity to play there. And
Yeah.
it's really cool that there's still places out there like that.
There's
a lot of stuff's gone away with time, you know, of how things used to be. So it's really cool that they're still there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's full of history. If you go in the back in like the green rooms, a lot of people don't get this opportunity, but if you go in the green rooms, there are names and signatures and fucking stickers of all these different bands. I mean, there are a lot of bands that go through there. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm a select few, right? Because there's bands that go through there all fucking week. But what I'm comparing it to is like
Well, I guess what I was saying, like,
not being local, you know?
it's still got that sense of it. Whereas, like, say, if you take the Viper Room, for instance, that's not what it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But the whiskey still is. So that's
Dude,
really
the
cool.
whiskey's so fucking cool. It's still on the corner, and to see your name on the marquee, dude. We're gonna go back. But anyways, go check out my band, Mary Sleep with Kill. I play guitar in it. We have written some songs. We're writing some songs, and we're going. We're you know, we're gonna fucking try to take over the world. We're all old, but as you know, as we get in, the future goes, it seems you can be old and still be huge in music. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah, Colonel Sanders was what, in his 60s or 70s?
yeah, well, yeah, but you know, there used to be this thing where it's like, oh, well, if you're not young, and maybe this is just in my head as a musician, if you're not young and you haven't made it by 30, you're never gonna make it, like that kind of shit. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so go check us out. This has been, you know, the unsigned band highlight of the of Mike's Music Machine episode. We're gonna take a little break we're gonna take a minute break for a second. Probably play. All right, we're back from the break. Man, that was pretty cool. I kind of like Marrysleepwithkill. I'm pretty kind of like that band. It's a lot. It's a little bit. I mean, I know the guys. The guys that are in it are pretty cool. All right. So now that we're back from the break, we're going to go into another edition of Mike's Music Machine. Mike's Music Machine? No, I'm sorry. We're going to go into another edition of Mike's Music Minute. Or
go.
Music Minute with Mike?
Yeah.
Mike's Music Minute with Mike?
There you go.
Triple M.
Mike and Mike's Music Minute with Mike.
Something like that. It's going to go into a Mike playing music for a minute. Let's get into it. This is sugar. My sister's moving down. Ah. Yeah. Oh. I got to fix my drum. Shit! Yeah. Fuck you. That doesn't sound like it. This is why I don't play drums. Shit! Wait. Man, that was a crazy Mike's Music Minute with Mike, whatever you want to call it. We haven't thought of the names yet. We're just kind of going into it.
I like Music Minute with Mike. That's cool.
Music Minute with Mike. Yeah. What do you think about the song that Mike just played?
I think he's going places.
I think he's going places. I think he's could be an all-star musician for sure. All-star musician.
He's going somewhere. I'll tell you.
Again, I probably would have picked another song, but that one was cool. I dug it. I dug it. Maybe as time goes on, he'll up his game.
Well, it's nice to see how you progress as a musician. From the beginning of the minute to the end of the minute.
But you only get a minute. It's only a fucking minute. All right, that's all you get, dude. Man, this has been a great episode. What do you think?
Oh, I've loved it. And
I've loved it too. Yeah, we're kind of getting to the end. We want to, round it out, man. I think overall, nu metal was a classic genre that still is coming back, still doing a lot of things. Still has, you can't really push any more boundaries because it's kind of been done, in my opinion. But, there can be a revival of it. And I think that there is a big revival, which I am excited for. I like it. I dig it. Yeah. So, and that's our take on nu metal. Those are our bands. Those are our top 5. We did some trivia. I hope you guys dig what we're kind of doing here with Mike and Mike's Music Machine, just bringing our take on music. And, if you guys have different opinions and different things like that, then keep listening, keep watching, comment.
Yeah.
Do those things.
And if you guys like music, you might as well follow, subscribe, and share, because we're just going to bring you more music every week.
Yeah. The thing is I apologize for interrupting you, Mike, but that's just going to be, how I am. It's just what I do. Music is a universal language, right? So we don't want to be pigeonholed by one genre. We want to do it all. We want to bring metal, punk, jazz, country, all kinds of stuff, dude. You know what I mean? We don't want to stay in this one area to where metal's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love metal. Like, that's my shizzle. You know what I mean? That's my bread and butter. I play guitar doing metal and stuff like that.
Country,
like
jazz, blues, native
that's
music.
What I do. You know what I mean? Like, but we want to talk about everything. We want to bring everything out.
Classical,
just
everything.
Classic, man. I love classical. I like to listen to it while I'm studying. especially for my airframe and power plant. You know, I listen to a lot of classical while I'm doing that. There's this thing on Spotify I found that's called train noise. It's like, it's the background. Like somebody put a microphone close to a railroad track, and it's just like trains.
That's pretty cool.
Just train sounds, like they live near a railroad track and they put the microphone on their windowsill like while they were sleeping. And it's train sounds.
Nice.
It's crazy.
That's like
It's stupid.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah.
There used to be CDs and tapes of that, and people would pull up next to you with their lowrider trucks filled with speakers and play like the helicopter sound, and you're freaking out looking around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, man. But thanks for joining Mike and Mike's Music Machine. Again, we don't have many socials out yet. We're probably just going to use our YouTube channel and our Facebook for right now. And we'll have an email, and that'll be in the description. You can email us with your suggestions of genres or artists. Leave a comment of who was your favorite new metal artist, your top 5. Leave a comment. Maybe have a discussion. What was your opinion of new metal? Let us know. Leave it down in the comment below. Don't forget, hit the notification bell. That way, when we put out new content, you get notified.
And if you don't like music, you're probably either dead or dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. And so our next episode, I believe we're gonna stay on our rock kick, but I believe we're gonna go and talk about grunge, correct, Mike?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the exact same thing, the trivia, the whole thing, and we're gonna go do some grunge stuff because, well, grunge played an important part in everybody's life back then. Everybody wearing flannel, that kind of stuff. I don't like flannel myself, even though I ride a motorcycle, and people, it is what it is, bro.
Man, I don't know how many years I went out of the house with a thermal with a t-shirt over the top of that.
Yeah. With a flannel.
Yeah, and no, with just a t-shirt over the top of your thermals.
Well, did you walk out and did you go? Oh yeah.
Toes busting out of one of your Vans.
That'll be. Hey, listen, that'll be on the next episode. I was talking about grunge on Mike and Mike's Music Machine. Thank you for joining us.
My hair was like this back then too.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things. We love you. Goodbye.
Have a great day.